This is Temperley, Buenos Aires. It's in the Lomas de Zamora district of Buenos Aires, in the south side of Buenos Aires, Argentina. It's a town founded by an Englishman who built the train system here in Buenos Aires that connects the suburban area like this one to other suburban areas and connects it to the capital, Buenos Aires, which is known as the downtown area or the CABA area of Buenos Aires. It's a small little town, but it's growing and it's got a pretty good infrastructure, really big train station, the second biggest to Constitución. Temperley is a pretty big train station. And this day there was actually a little bit of a thunderstorm and broke some branches, but nothing that big of a deal. But since there's lots of trees and lots of brush, a lot of leaves and branches tend to fall. But this is a little drive through of the city, just driving around and looking at some areas here with some friends that live in the neighborhood. But I've always been attached to the city because it was one of the first cities that I got to know when visiting Argentina. My first trip down to Argentina was in 2015. I came with my mother and we stayed here in Temperley for a few weeks. And then we traveled to Mar del Plata. We also went to Misiones to go to Iguazú and a few other cities we visited. But I've always held this city close to my heart and I really enjoyed it. And they're actually building a Kansas down the block, right down this street, a few blocks away from here actually. I think it's on Mex. I think this street is called Mex. And they're building a Kansas, which Kansas is a very big restaurant chain. It's very high end, very luxurious, and it's like American based steakhouse, American based food, based out of ribs, barbecue ribs and fries and stuff like that from the USA. And it's actually very good. I've been to Kansas in the Hipódromo of Buenos Aires, and they have a really good location there at a very nice area in Palermo, Buenos Aires. And there's a few others around Argentina, but they're actually building one here, so that's going to bring a lot more movement to the city, which the city really doesn't have any big well-known restaurants aside from the Club Temperley restaurant and maybe another pizzeria or two. But they're building one of the most important restaurants here, and that's gonna bring this neighborhood back to life. This district used to be full of clubs, full of restaurants back in the 80s, back in the 90s. It was a very, very popular area, and now it's starting to come back to life. Down the block, they have a few clubs that go on every weekend, but it's still a suburban area, so it's still pretty unsafe, just like most of the west and the south of Buenos Aires. So you have to be very careful here. But here, most of the residents have security guards, have alarm, have cameras, have just about all of the safety procedures in place to stay safe. And if you take a little bit of precaution, you could be safe and nothing might ever happen to you. But the streets are very unsafe to walk at night, especially because there's not lots of functioning going on. But with Kansas coming to this side of town, I think things are going to change because Las Lomitas, which is in Lomas de Zamora, it's a very popular district. It's full of restaurants, full of clubs. It's very high end. It's very similar to Palermo. And I think it all started with one restaurant called Antares. Antares is a craft beer. It's like a Fridays. It's like a Chili's. It's like a Flanagan's if you're down in Florida. And they opened up a location there, and that whole area took off. And now it's an area full of clubs, restaurants, and it's very, very nice area. And I think with Kansas opening up here, it's just gonna bring a lot of the movement down here, since it's close enough to Las Lomitas. So I think this is going to be a very, very important feature. Kansas opening up down this block. Lots of people don't even know that, but I think it's a big deal. I was even looking to put a business around here That was actually the purpose of the drive. We came looking at some of the commercial properties, some of the storefronts available for rent. I even found one which was less than $300 a month, and it was a very prime location, very nice location with a glass front and everything. But I slept on it. I let some weeks pass by, and it got booked. But would have been real nice to put something there, knowing that Kansas is gonna have at least 100 employees and a couple hundred visitors every single day, and that's gonna bring a lot of business to my business. See, as you see, I'm looking at the storefronts. I was looking at the numbers. I was looking at the realtors. That way I could contact them. But I'm sure there's still opportunities. So if you're interested in putting a business, think about probably an ice cream shop or a coffee shop. I know I'm giving away my secrets, but okay, it's okay. So there's the Kansas. The Kansas City, they're building it. It's almost finished building, but now they have to do almost all of the interior, the kitchen. It's a very huge restaurant, very high end, very luxurious. I'm sure they invested well over $1 million, which to invest $1 million in a restaurant, it's a lot of money, especially in this country where most of the restaurants look like they invested $10,000. Nah, I'm not joking, but I'm serious. A lot of restaurants, even though the food is amazing, like the property is run down and it looks like they really didn't put much information into it. I mean, much investment. This is a storefront I was talking about, that one with the glass, with the newspaper in the glass. I actually called, and it was like $300 a month, and the prime location. I can't believe I slept on it. It would have made a really good coffee shop or ice cream shop. Just about anything that you put here may do really good. And the investment, the capital investment is very small, so you don't have much to lose. I mean, if you go wrong, you're losing like $4,000 a year on rent, and probably a few more, thousand on expenses, which at the end of the day is not the worst case scenario. Your business is, you have to take the risk, and you're not investing millions of dollars, so you're not taking that big of a chance. And if it goes good, well, it goes good, and you have a profitable business. But I'm gonna let you guys go. Make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys hit that like button. It really helps my channel grow. And if you enjoy these business ideas, these freebies that I've been giving you guys, you want to become a partner, send me a message. We could get in contact. We could talk it over coffee, over some beers. Or you can send me a donation. My Cash App is at Miami Heater. That's at MIAMIHEATER. And no, that's my Venmo actually. Venmo is at Miami Heater. My Cash App is $ Miami Heater. That's Miami HEATER. No spaces altogether. I also have an alias here in Argentina. The alias is Expeditions. I'll put it here on the screen right now. You can send me Mercado Pago or transfers, anything, any donation. I also have Buy Me a Coffee. So you can go to www.buymeacoffee.com/expeditions. So really helps my channel. I don't make money from this. I did become monetized recently, but it's literally pennies. You need like millions of views to even make, $100 or something like that. But I only get a few thousand views, sometimes less. I'm making pennies. But I still enjoy this. I don't do this for money. I do this because I like it. I do this because I love this country. I love to travel. And I'm going to continue doing this. So don't worry. Take care, guys. Actually uploading this video almost 3 in the morning because I need to make space for my phone because I have to go on a trip. So before I delete this video, I'd prefer to upload it because I was using this for a project, but got caught up. Never really did it, but enjoy the video. There's a beautiful town called Temperley in the south side of Buenos Aires. Make sure to subscribe. Take care.